Hello and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Colin and I play Cuin de Greymont, a paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I play Cadeaux Chasseur, a cleric also from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Brian and I play Ogvar Surefort, a ranger from Kessig.
Hi, my name is Samantha and I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia.
Last episode, another fight had commenced, and after finding herself face down in the dirt once more, a positively enraged Esther had summoned all of her strength to perform the perfect suplex move against her acidic assailant. Our cleric had metaphorically fallen from grace as a pouncing wretch-hound knocked him prone. The ranger wrangled with his bow, and a scantily dressed sorceress fell woefully short of everyone's standards as the noxious night visitors continued to spew the goo. Time to rejoin the melee. Episode 39. Spew, Goo, and Smasheroo.
Okay, so next up is you, Cuin.
I'm going to try and smack it.
Smack away.
Please.
Ooh, it's a 12.
Does not hit.
Oh.
Okay. So, are you doing anything else?
There's not an awful lot I can
He's
do,
gonna
really.
fucking run away in a minute.
Okay.
Cuin out.
Puppy from the south. Puppy from the south targeted you, Elora, didn't it?
That's this one here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But was it up by you? Have you actually moved since then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Puppy from the south is going to run at you, Elora, seeing you as the weaker target. And it's the small. Puppy from the south is the smallest of these hounds in this group. Puppy from the south is going to charge towards you with a 13 to hit.
No.
No.
Denied.
Okay. Wow. Okay. It trips over on the guidelines on the tent.
Is it prone?
No, it isn't prone.
Bugger.
Well, the sharpened sticks are pretty pointless, aren't they?
Pull one out of the ground and fucking javelin the thing.
Okay. So we have up next is Cadeaux. You are on the ground. If you get up, that is your move action, and it will provoke an attack opportunity.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm not sure what else can be done though.
Can you cast flame on yourself and then do a rolling action and roll over it?
Well, yes, it's whether or not, yes, I'll make myself into a ball of fire and then try and grapple it.
Roll round the floor.
Casting at that range will also provoke.
Well, yeah, that's coming anyway, isn't it? Whatever I do, that's coming. It's
Yes,
also-
but being set on fire is somewhat distracting.
I've
You
got-
take a minus on the grapple check because he's on the floor.
I will probably. I have to get up to. I'd have to get up to kneel. I'd have to get up to kneel to cast anyway. I doubt I can cast from lying on the floor.
With the way his strength is, he'd probably be putting his arm in its mouth if he tried to grapple it.
Before I've just got to touch it for it to take the damage. So if I can get hold of it, I'm all right.
Yep. Or if it gets hold of me.
Or if it gets hold of me. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so what are you doing?
Well, let's do the movementy part first.
Okay.
Let's get up.
You're going to get up. Okay, so you're provoking an attack of opportunity
Yes.
with a 16 to hit.
That is
Right on your AC.
Is that right on your AC?
That is right on my AC.
Oh.
Okay, so you take 5 points of damage and you are once again prone on the floor. As it pushes you back down onto the floor.
So it pushes me, but it does it from a fixed position. It doesn't come over.
As you start to stand up, it kind of leans forward and it bites you and it just flings you with its move of its head. It flings you back onto the floor.
There it is.
Okay.
I'll lie back down again. It's nice down here on the floor.
Okay.
Stand-up's overrated.
Yeah.
Next up is Esther.
So yesterday.
Go on, Esther. Do some damage.
Esther is enraged. How far in front of her is that puppy?
It's right in front of
Right
her.
in front of her.
Okay, Esther is going to pull out her long sword, which has been on her hip.
Oh, here we go. Slice and dice.
Esther is attempting to slice the puppy.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Exactly.
I think some of the outfits you people sleep in. She sleeps with her sword tied to her.
Well, she's picked up as she's got out the tent. 21 to hit.
Who's Esther? She never misses.
With the 21 to hit, she strikes. What?
Nothing.
She's got plus 12 to hit.
Yeah. She threw a 9. She's got a plus 12 to hit.
She's going to roll damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 onto Puppy from the west. Okay. So she deals that damage and... I've got to remember how much damage she's done. 12, okay. Next up is Puppy from the west.
Which is the one that's just been hit.
Yeah.
Puppy from the west is going to try and hit back. Puppy from the west has rolled a 19, which is dealing 5 points of damage to Esther and also knocking her back down onto the floor.
Not again.
She's going, kicking, screaming and wailing. She's like, damn! Damn you! Sit!
Very strong these things, aren't they? I mean, I can understand it knocking me over.
Do we
They
get
are-
another handle
I'm
animal check
currently
on the 6?
slightly stronger than a damn kick.
Roll me an animal handle check then.
I haven't hit one once yet.
But Esther's a special
She
thing.
got a 6 plus whatever you got for her.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work either.
No.
Wow.
She is not happy with this puppy.
You're about
Right.
the only person who's hit one of these things.
I think so.
I am constantly hitting them.
You three have hit them.
Yeah, we've all hit them.
Okay, next
No.
up.
Well,
Everyone apart from Elora is hit them.
yeah.
Okay,
Back to
so
normal.
next up is Elora.
Right. Right. It's right in front of me. It's literally at my feet. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to...
Groom it.
I can't cast from that.
Screw me.
Can I cast from that level? Can I cast that close to me, I suppose?
Take a disadvantage.
It's right in front of
It
you.
is right on my
Yeah,
toes.
you take it gives you attack. It would give it an attack of opportunity if you try to cast from there.
Right,
You know,
I'm going to do the only thing that I've got. I'm going to take out my...
You could attempt a combat cast, I think. Gives you
Can
a
I?
mi-
Yeah, it's
Gives
right
you
in
a
front of me.
-2 on your roll to hit because you're actively avoiding while casting.
I'm pulling my dagger off my side, and my adamantine dagger, and I'm going to hit it. I'm just going to try and stab down into it because it's a bit more controlled.
Okay, so you're drawing your weapon.
Drawing my weapon.
Drawing a weapon will provoke.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Literally everything.
Right, fuck it. I'm
Everything
gonna-
you do within a 5-foot range provokes.
Right, okay, fine. I'm going to combat cast then.
Okay, so cast with a -2 on your.
Let's go with my very favourite orb of acid lesser that doesn't hit anything.
Okay, roll to hit. Make it good.
You throw it enough times, it will hit something.
So, no, it fucking won't because I've just thrown a fucking nat one. Bollocks!
You've thrown
Shit!
Oh.
With a -2.
You've thrown a nat 1.
Yes, with a -2. Oh fuck!
Whose tent is that?
I hate tonight.
Do we know whose tent that is?
I'm not
I
sure.
think
That's my tent.
Their own tent.
Yep. Your orb of acid hits your tent.
Now it's open plan.
So now I have a window in my tent.
Yeah, you now have there's a hole in the bottom.
Is it a through and through hole in my tent?
No, there's
No,
just a hole
just-
in the bottom right
Just
hand corner of your tent.
Just
Yeah.
ventilation.
There's,
Right.
there's a rat run there.
Ventilation.
That's fucking great. Brilliant.
Step out.
Alora is
Conservatory outside.
really angry. God damn, that's my tent! Oh, for crying out fucking loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well.
Right, Puppy from the north is over Cadeaux's prone body. Puppy from the north is going to attempt to hit with a 17.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no!
7 points of damage.
This is ridiculous.
I'm assuming he can't knock me over because I'm already down.
Yeah, you already. He kind of pounces on you, and
I mean, you can't knock me any further.
you've sunk an inch into the ground. Okay,
Toying with the idea of playing dead at this stage.
your performance
There's
check.
always that little animal check.
I'm swapping my tea out for my Christmas gin that isn't quite ready yet. It'll do.
Next up is Ogvar.
Okay. What can I see? Can I see to Poppy from the north, or have I only got these ones in front of me?
Only those two in front of you. You've got
Okay.
one on Esther and one in front of Elora.
Unfortunately, Cadeaux, I can't help you from where
No,
I
no,
am.
no,
I will attempt to
Consider
assist.
myself a lost cause.
I will attempt to assist Esther by shooting at the puppy from the west.
Okay.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah, so I will use my Hunter's Mercy, which gives me automatic.
Yeah, that hits. Okay,
Okay,
so
so I have to confirm critical now.
no.
No.
It's an automatic critical.
Oh, nice.
So roll your damage and
Times
do.
it by 3 plus
Yes.
a 1.
Yep.
Oh, for God's sake, a 1.
Wait, no. You roll.
roll
You roll
three.
3 dice.
Oh, you roll.
You roll 3 die.
Oh, so if it's times 3, you don't just times the roll by 3.
No, you roll 3 times.
It says critical times 3,
Yeah, 3. Yeah, sorry, it's 3 times the damage. Yeah.
so it's 4 damage. That was well worth it, wasn't it?
It's right, you get it back again after midnight.
Is that was already after midnight?
We might start clock watching.
Next time Elora goes to bed, she is going to sleep in the nearest tree. Just making that known.
That's
Yeah.
where the spider.
Oh,
So is that look-
this is coming from the same person who went, why is Rogue sleeping in the tree?
So is this
Yeah, I'm
puppy
seeing the
from the west
benefits.
looking anywhere near like he might be getting a bit fed up?
Okay, the state of how things are at the moment.
Please.
Puppy from the north. Puppy from the north has got a bit of decent damage on him.
Okay.
He's the biggest out of the lot.
Ah.
Puppy from the east, he is looking really bad shape. A lot of his mouth and his kind of front body is kind of smashed up. He's missing most of his teeth from where he's been just throwing himself at Cuin's shield. Puppy from the south is looking a little bit worse wear than Puppy from the north. He's the smallest one out of the bunch, but he's not looking too bad. And Puppy from the west is somewhere down like the middle of the road. It's taken a decent amount of damage. It doesn't have much physical outwards damage, apart from your shot into it. It's mostly just taken non-piercing damage, basically.
Okay.
You can see that from where Esther threw it and it landed on the floor, loads of the sores across its back have like burst and there's like kind of green yellowish pus oozing down its sides, and it's kind of dripping off in like thick, like someone's draining an abscess. It's gross. Okay. So who was it? Who did we have just then?
That was
Ogvar. Okay.
So it's
Next up we have Puppy from the east. Puppy from the east is going to attempt to bite again. Puppy from the east is rolling a 2, so he's not going to bite again. Cuin, your turn.
well, I might as well stick to what I know.
We're just looking at this critical
Yeah,
roll.
because I'm sure you rolled 3 times.
I'm just assuming. I always thought it was just times it by 3.
So I thought it
I
was.
thought it
So
was.
I just reread it because I got confused. So
Yeah.
the way it reads in the book is when your character scores a critical hit, roll the damage 2, 3 or 4 times as indicated by a critical multiplier, using all the critical modifiers on each roll. So if you're +1,
You don't get your modifier. I know
Rolls
when you,
damage.
I know you don't get your
What
modifier
page that, mate? It's
multiplied.
114.
bottom left-hand corner.
Depends on what critical.
Yeah, I'm just looking here.
So I reckon you roll 3 times.
You roll 3 times.
rather than times
Yeah,
by
roll
3.
that again. Roll 2 more
Right,
die.
so we rewind back to where we were. Oh, we
No,
can't
we're not.
'cause
I'm not
you-
going to be
right.
random. Just a retcon.
Retcon.
But does it, when it says using the applicable modifier on each roll,
So is that my +1 would go on to
does
it?
that mean the +1
See,
goes on
I
each
never
roll?
thought that the modifiers were. I thought you only got the modifier once.
No, I think you only get the modifier once. We're going to
Yeah,
run
I
with it.
believe
You only get the modifier once.
Okay.
Okay, so
Roll 2 more.
roll
D8.
2 more die. With D8s, then -2 off because you've already had the 2 points
Yeah.
on. Because you rolled a 1 on the
You got
first
one.
die plus
Yeah.
1, and then you had 2 extra ones
Yeah,
for
so
the
2
multiplier.
straight rolls on a d8.
So make
got
2
2.
rolls on a d8, and then we'll minus 2 off to make it right.
So 6.
So 6 total, yeah?
Yeah.
So is that with the minuses on them?
It's 6. It's 2 3s.
2 3s. Okay, so
That's 4.
yeah, so it takes an extra 4 points of damage onto puppy number 4.
Is it looking any more dead?
Puppy number 4 is looking a bit more dead.
Good.
Puppy from the west is looking more dead. Okay.
That's still not bloody dead though.
East is missed,
Wow.
and
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to
your turn,
do what I
Cuin.
do.
Smack
Please
it.
do.
Smack it.
Still wasn't that one.
That's a 17.
17 hits. Roll damage.
Make it good. Go.
That's 9.
That'll do.
9 points of damage on puppy from the east. Describe it.
Oh, thank God.
Well, as I block it with my shield, I'm just going to come down, and from as high as possible, I'm just going to bring it crashing down
Yep.
right on the top of its skull and drive it down as hard as I can.
Yeah. Its legs just go outwards. It's collapsed on the floor. Its head's kind of obliterated into nothing. It had barely any teeth left in its mouth anyway. But like the 3 which were left there, they've gone ping out in different directions. And where you've impacted, you can see there's blood, there's gore, there's brains oozing out. And you can see where the actual morning star is broken open, some of the sores, and there's green pus and ooze dripping out. But as it hits the floor in front of you, and it kind of and like breathes its last, you see it start. Its actual like body begins to melt like dripping wax, and it turns into this pile of stinking, bubbling slime on the floor in front of you. And you can see where it's actually touching the floor. The ground, like the grass, has died off underneath, and it smells awful.
Well, that's it. Oh, take that. Oh, it's not very pleasant.
Okay, next up we have, not east because that's dead now, South Puppy. South Puppy's going to try and bite Elora.
Is it?
Yeah, it's going to try. South Puppy's rolled got a 20, so South Puppy's going to bite Elora. It's going to do 4 points of damage, and you're knocked prone.
Oh. Everybody.
Yes, we'll never lie down.
Okay, next up is Cadeaux.
Would have been quicker just to let us all sleep. From the prone position. When I left my tent, with my holy symbol around my neck and my crossbow. So on the basis that when you're lying on the floor, a crossbow is absolutely no use whatsoever. Am I close enough to the dog to try and stab it with my holy symbol?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Do it.
Right.
Roll to hit. Add your BAB plus your strength.
I'd like to point out that it's got
It's like a really big knuckle duster.
it's got a real stabby
With a
bit on
pointy
it.
end.
It's got a
Yeah.
proper stabby bit. on it.
Actually, you can treat that. Give me a second.
Oh, here we go.
As it looks like that, we are going to go for.
Trying to bone here.
You'll take a negative on using it because it is an improvised weapon. You'd have taken a negative anyway. But.
Just rolled an 18, so I'm feeling
Oh, yeah.
moderately confident.
I wouldn't have said that when she was looking through the book.
Can treat it as a punching dagger.
Oh,
Yeah. So if you want to actually put that on your sheet, you can use your holy symbol as a punching dagger.
okay.
It's a light melee weapon, so you're proficient with light melee. So
1d4, is it?
yep,
Dagger,
an 18. That's going to be straight damage. Yeah, you hit.
I hit. Oh, excellent. Right, okay, let's go.
So you do 1d4 damage plus strength.
3.
What's your strength modifier?
Nothing in a minute, yeah, because I'm bloody...
Are you actually into minuses on your strength modifier?
Yeah, I'm on a -2. I've been taking that off all my bloody hit rolls for the last... That's why I've been struggling so with the numbers. Because I've been minusing 2 off everything.
So whatever you've just rolled -2.
What?
Oh, so that's 1.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, 1 point of damage. Sorry.
That's alright.
Okay, yeah. You kind of drive this dagger into the underside of its chin, and it's able to move its head away just enough that, you know, you kind of pierce it, but
At least I've hurt the thing at last.
yeah, it kind of yelps. Okay. Are you staying on the floor?
If
Or
I
do you
stand
want
up,
to
it's
try
gonna
and
bite me, isn't it?
Or do you want to try and tumble away, like roll away
Ooh.
like a sausage roll?
Sausage roll.
Because you can try and tumble away if you want.
Tumbling away.
Okay, so make me a tumble check then. Got a DC of 15.
Yes!
What was that?
Joe?
The best possible roll.
That'd be
Nat 20.
Woo! Yeah.
Check me out of my acrobatic.
You roll across the floor and up the tree to the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Please
way?
tell me I finish in the position.
Which way are you rolling here?
Whichever way safe
In any
is.
direction I like with style. I'm going to go towards the south.
Okay, so you kind of, after punching your holy symbol into this
Thank God.
this hound's jaw, you almost tuck yourself in, cross your arms across your chest, and just roll. And as you roll,
Sorry, towards where you wrote south as opposed to the south.
yeah, and as you roll, you,
Right. Okay.
he's probably not got past the tent.
No, I was
really.
going to say you can't go through a tent.
No.
So that's as far as you can go.
Yeah, you rolled kind of, you rolled back about 10 foot, kind of flip yourself upright, and you've been able to get round towards the front of the tent. So you can stand in front of the
I
tent.
keep
That's,
forgetting the sweetie wrappers on just detritus and radish.
yeah. So you're stood at the front of the tent now. There is about, yeah, you're about 50, it's about 15 foot away from you now.
They must be fairly close to death.
Don't bet on it.
Stop
Still
saying
3
things
out of
like
the
that.
4 left. We've been at this for an
Okay,
hour.
so next up is Esther. Esther is still,
It's
Lying
prone.
down.
yeah, Puppy from the West is still up, right, okay. Esther's going to attempt to get up. That's going to provoke attack of opportunity. Ooh! Bonus! As Esther gets up, she almost flips herself up in a rage, and as she flips herself up, her knee goes into the chin of this this hound, and she deals a 3 plus her strength. She deals 5 points of damage to that one. It's looking really nasty, like really battered now. So she stands up, and the first thing she does is she tries to stab this hound in front of her with that plus 8, yeah, 22. She hits, and she's going to deal a d8 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So almost, it's almost like a comic book style move. Esther flips herself up. As she flips herself up, her knee comes up into the chin of this puppy in front of her. Its head gets knocked up, and her blade just comes swinging up, cuts its head clean off.
You see, that's one less already.
There we go. When Esther hits, she
We're down
hits.
to 2.
And again, you get this kind of bubbling, stinking stench as this hound starts to dissolve into this puddle of green slime. Okay, next up we have, not Puppy from the West, because Puppy from the West is dead, Elora. If you try and get up, you're going to provoke. You can tumble away if you want.
I'm going to tumble away.
Okay, roll to tumble.
What? Oh, right.
Yeah, because you're not going to get away if you just fail
Tumble,
that.
tumble, tumble, tumble. Oh, yeah, I will. Please. That's a 20 plus a 5. That's a nat
natural
20. Natural 20 plus a
Good
5.
at this tumbling, man.
And what I want to do is I want to tumble past the end of my
It's all in the pyjamas.
past the end of my tent and stand up so I've got some tent cover.
Okay, you've got some tent cover. Right, okay. What is it with you guys in natural 20s and tumbles? You should become like a travelling troupe.
I don't know how many 20s
Be
I've
easier.
thrown.
We are
But
all
I've
actually
also-
trapezists.
Yeah. Okay, so, yep, you get out of the way. Okay. Puppy from the north is next. Puppy from the north is going to attempt to bite at Cadeaux. It hasn't got the charging room.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
What do you think she's got? Oh my god.
But
she didn't confirm
My
it.
luck today has been shocking.
Yeah.
Apart
Not
from my tumbling.
Okay, it bites
Wow.
you.
Wow.
Okay, far away.
6 points of damage and you're prone.
I'm still alive.
Has he fallen on the bleeding tent?
No, he hasn't. He's fallen back towards onto the grass.
I'm
Don't
still
bit there.
alive.
Dear God.
Okay, right. I'm very sorry. That's happened. Okay, Ogvar, you're up next.
Okay. I'm going to move towards Cuin
Yep.
to get here, and I'm now
Line of sight, yep.
line of sight. I'm going to try and do 2 shots, 2 rapid shots at that dog
Okay.
there, which one is
Eastern. No.
Which one are
Sorry.
you going at,
this
sorry?
one here that was by Elora.
Southern, yep.
Southern,
Please it.
southern dog.
Both
So-
of them.
So -2
Yep.
with a +1.
In the nicest way, kill it, please.
Try. No, that's going to be. Oh no, that's going to be. No, it's going to be 10.
Not gonna hit, no.
Oh,
Not much better. What's a 5 plus 12,
I want
13?
to cry.
No,
That's not gonna hit, sorry. Okay.
2 arrows go.
Okay, so next up we've got Cuin.
Right. Well, I'm all facing that way.
Yep.
I'm going to charge at this one.
Charge away, you've got a
Charge, mate,
+2
yeah,
to
charge.
hit.
Can he get there?
Yes, he can just run straight across.
He can't.
How?
Because you've
No,
got
he runs in a straight line.
Cadeau's in the way.
Cadeaux is lying down.
I thought I fell into the side of the tent.
No, well that
Where
is the
was he?
side of the tent.
Where was he?
Cuin was on top of that nil.
Yeah, he's got a long side.
Okay, fair enough. We'll go with it.
Yep.
Boing.
You'll take a -2 for the charging into melee, but you'll get a +2 for the charge, so straight roll.
13.
Not gonna do it, sorry. It jumps back out of the way.
Oh, it jumps back out of the way.
This is not going
Within its
well.
5-foot square.
But at least it's got
Yeah.
something in between it and you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up is Puppy from the South. Puppy from the South is going to try and jump at Esther. So that's a wise idea. With a 15. Oh my god. Oh my god. With a 15, it's going to hit Esther. Taking 8 points of damage to Esther.
Oh god, Esther's going to fall over again.
What's 77 minus 8?
69.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yep. Esther's prone again.
Oh, for God's sake.
She's really angry. She's doing like a toddler rage right now. Her arms and legs are flailing. She's screaming on the floor. It's not a pretty sight. It's not a pretty sight at all. Okay, so next up is
This is really not going well.
Cadeaux. You can stand up without provoking.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'll stand up then and fire a crossbow bolt at the bloody thing.
Which one are you shooting at?
Which one do you think?
The
You
one that you can't see properly.
No, he
Can
can't.
I
can't
Just-
get line of sight onto
Really?
the one which has been biting at you.
Right,
Oh, well,
fuck
the
it,
other
turn
one
around,
then.
do the other one then.
The
Yep.
other one then. I'm
Okay.
shooting something.
Just about see
Will
over
you get
the hill.
flanking, although she's in prone?
Are you
No.
going to stay where you are? Do you want to move at all?
No, I'll stay where I am.
Right.
Okay, so you're shooting at the one over Esther. You're -2 because melee.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, oh god, okay. No, well that's not going to hit because it's single figure, whatever it is, without doing the maths.
God.
This is awful.
Okay, so is that your end of your turn, Cadeaux?
Yes, yeah, that'll do me for now.
Okay, it's Esther's turn. Esther's going to attempt to tumble away. Because she's actually taken a serious amount of damage here.
Anybody listening to this is going to go and top themselves.
God bless
If
you.
you've been affected by anything that you've heard in this podcast, please seek professional advice.
I think Cadeaux has.
Okay, right, yeah.
Cadeau's
So-
traumatised.
Esther manages
That's a
to
good noise.
tumble away and she's actually stood up. She's about 10 foot back now from where she is now. She's stood up. Okay, Elora, you're up next.
All right. Well, I can still
Laura, we've got
see
it
this from
surrounded.
where this is. This is what. Right. I can see it from where I am. I'm going to throw an orb of acid at it yet again. No, I'm fucking
God.
not.
Down.
God, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Are you sure you don't want another dice?
No, I was throwing nat 20s all the way around until this bloody combat started.
Okay, no, you don't hit
Dice
it with
tray,
an orb of
told ya.
acid.
Yeah, it's the tray.
Tray.
No, it's
Curse
the
tray. Right, Puppy from the North. Puppy from the North's going to try and bite Cuin. Puppy from the North has rolled a 16. Puppy from the North has not bitten Cuin. Right, okay. It's kind of following the same routine as the one from the East did. It's just throwing itself against your shield. It's salivating. There's green goo going everywhere. It's not looking great. I haven't been keeping count of that either. That's not good. Okay. Oh, well, that doesn't matter anyway because it's dead. Okay, so we have Ogvar.
Okay, I'm in flanking with Esther.
Yep.
So I will do.
Is that like a relationship?
I'm
Did you swipe right?
Ogvar's not completely sure.
In a strike grinder, wasn't it?
What?
Oh,
Exactly.
going to share with the room then, Samantha?
Okay, apparently Esther is now male.
Why not? And why not?
Or she's cat.
Nothing else is going for tonight.
Okay.
Right, okay, so,
Let me just take a minute to be sick in my mouth.
with flanking,
With flanking.
rapid shots, so that cancels that out. So
Yep,
it's,
so you've got +1 to hit.
Yeah, which means. Okay, yeah, cool, figure that out. Nat 20.
Oh, at last.
Okay, roll the other one.
So 3 plus an 8, 11.
Not going to hit the second
Okay,
one.
well, I've got one
But,
critical.
okay, so confirm your critical.
Please, just
16, 18 plus an 8.
Confirms.
that'll do.
Good.
Boom.
So now I roll the dice 3 times plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want some more d8s?
We can do, I can roll this one.
Oh.
A 1, a 3, so that's 4, and 4, so that's 8, 9.
9 points of damage on 2. Which one is that, sorry?
The one over here.
South.
The one that I clearly can't hit with a single
Okay.
orb of acid.
Your arrow flies and it hits into the shoulder. And it's not dead.
Oh!
Oh,
It sinks into its shoulder joint and you get yelping sound from this dog. It's looking very, very battered right now.
Not battered enough.
why won't you die?
Next up is Cuin.
I'm going to smack it.
Smack away. Please do. Smack.
Please.
Smack.
Wink asleep tonight.
26.
Yeah, hits. Roll damage. Make it good.
9.
9 points of damage on 2. Back from the north.
That's the big boy, innit?
Big boy, yep. You sink your morning star into the side of its neck, and you can see where like loads of scabbed over, pus-filled, like abscesses. They just pop, and it starts dripping and running down its neck in this kind of like bloody pus mixture onto the floor. And you can see several large, deep cuts have opened up into its flesh, and you can see some bone in some places. It's not looking great. Really not looking great at this point.
Look dead.
Next up is the one from the south. One from the south is going to attempt to bite Ogvar, seeing as you're the last person to hit it.
Okay.
It rolls a 12.
Nope, doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit, so it comes right up into your face, and it just snaps past you. Yep, precisely. Okay. Next up is Cadeaux.
Crossbow bolt at the one I can see.
South, yep, -2 because melee.
No, that's going to have no effect whatsoever.
Okay, next up is
I might as well just fire them up in the air in the hope that when they come down they might hit something.
Yeah, but no, look, what's it gonna hit?
Yeah, wherever that'll go.
With a crossbow bolt in your eye.
right. Next up is Esther. Esther is going to charge at the puppy. Also flanking because you're in there. It's be a -2 because of the melee combat. So overall she's got a +2 to hit. 7, 8, 9.
Plus 12.
19, 21 to hit. She's going to hit that. And she's going to do D8.
No, that'll do.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She's done 12 points of damage, and then because she's also annoyed, Esther has 2 of those built up. So she's going to go completely overkill on this. 12, 15. She does 16 points of damage to it. You see, as she charges over, she brings a sword up, and her sword, which you've all noticed, apart from maybe Cadeaux, that this sword is made of almost like a red metal. This sword she brings up begins to glow, and you almost see sparks flying across the blade. And as she slices into this, she bisects this hound almost straight down the middle. And Ogvar, you almost jump back. It's like, oh, it's going to hit me. It doesn't hit you, but she slices this hound into it, and you almost get this second where, you know, there's dead silence, and then the hound just kind of like splits apart and falls away in 2 halves, and they begin bubbling, and you see that it's all its insides, its innards, its guts spilling out. They're all like, they look rotten, and as far as you can see before they start melting away, and you just get this disgusting pile of green ooze in front of you now. Okay. Elora, you're next.
We're down to 1 dog.
Got 1 puppy.
Okay.
Elora, you're next.
Elora is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can she just see through underneath? Because there would be no foliage on that
You
tree.
got line of sight.
Yes, direct line
Yeah,
of
you got
sight.
line of sight. Minus
Right.
2 because it's melee though.
I'm just going to have another go with Orb of Acid.
Not gonna
5.
hit. Okay, no. So it doesn't hit, falls short. Next up is Ogvar.
Right, okay, I will move up next to Elora for the same line of sight for the dog.
Yep.
I will take one shot at it.
Okay.
So I'm not flanking, so I will take one shot. 20 something.
I'll do it.
Yeah, it's going to be 14 plus 7.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yeah, so 1d8.
Roll damage.
7 points of damage.
Okay. As your bolt lands, it lands on the other side of this dog's neck where Cuin's already done some massive damage, and you can see that its head almost starts lolling and listing to one. What?
What did the cat dog do? See, the north dog went before you.
Yeah, sorry, I've crossed out the wrong one. Sorry, that's my fault. Going back to that, North Dogs is still alive. I've just crossed out. I'm sorry, it's my fault. Okay, North Dog is going to once again attempt to bite Cuin. 16. It's going to bite you.
16.
Plus 5, yeah. It's going to hit you. You take 3 points of damage and you're knocked prone.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, sorry. And Ogvar, your turn now. Sorry, that's
Okay.
I've crossed out the wrong one.
Well, you just did it for me.
I've had to go back because.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to roll same as before. Point blank shot.
Yeah, sorry.
Nat
Oh,
20.
that'll do.
Yeah, I'll do
Oh,
it.
even better.
Yes.
Okay, roll your damage.
Am I going to roll to confirm?
Yeah, roll to confirm. Sorry, I'm I'm getting the wrong thing.
that?
14.
That's a 14 plus a 7.
That's gonna yeah.
Cool, so we roll 3d8.
8 plus 1.
Yeah.
Finish.
A 5,
Nice.
a 4,
Yeah, I'll do
9,
9.
and a 2,
11
and a
plus
1.
1. 12. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank
And
God.
it is still alive.
What?
Describe it.
God, sometimes I hate her.
The only thing to describe is the arrow flies true. It's the dog in one of its 4 eyes, and as it flops down, I don't think Ogvar can do anything else other than like
A knock.
jig.
Ogvar drops to his knees and cries in joy.
No, I think he jigs.
Okay, and we're gonna end it there.
Thank God.
That was.
Right, we start back in the camp. It is about
3 o'clock, isn't it?
yeah, it's probably about 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah. Okay.
now. It was towards the end of Ogvar's duty on watch. Everyone is awake and out of their tents.
And all the doggy things are dead.
And
Just to
yeah,
confirm.
all of these wretch hounds are now where they were stood. You've got like 4 piles of sizzling goo, and you can see where the grass is kind of browning and decaying away.
So there's no flesh or bones or anything left. They've
No
just
flesh or
melted.
bones. It's just all melted away.
That was worthwhile then, wasn't it?
You kind of got like these fizzing pop, blubbing sounds off the
So,
floor.
remind me, who was on last watch?
Ogvar.
Ogvar's
Oh,
on
no,
the watch.
I'm a
Cuin's
bit-
got
right,
the watch.
yeah,
Cuin will
okay,
have the
got
watch once we've all settled back down.
And these
Talking
were
of
what were they
settling down.
called, sorry?
These were wretch hounds.
Wretch hounds.
Talking of settling down, Esther, how are you?
Esther was on. She was on the floor, wasn't she?
She's just
no,
got
she
up.
stood up. She
Yeah,
stood
yeah,
up.
she
She was
stood up.
bitten, wasn't she?
Esther,
Several
she
times.
looks visually. She's got some kind of bite marks in her clothing. She's got some slight rips in her clothing. Her hair's a wild mess. She's got mud all over her face, and she just gives you that kind of look where just don't even talk to her at the moment.
Could you do with some healing though, Esther?
I think I've got it covered. Thank you very much, though.
Okay. How about anybody else? Anybody else need a little bit of healing help? Just in case anything else turns up in the short term.
Well, I'm a bit battered, but I've got a little bit myself. So, is there anybody else? If
Oh, I've taken a few minor scratches here. You know, it's not tragic, but Nothing that a few plasters, sticking plasters wouldn't do.
Okay, Ogvar, how are you feeling?
Well, I've done not too bad. I managed to evade most of the projectile vomit.
Right, it's just me then. Okay, so I'm going to cast Cure Moderate Wounds on myself. That'll be a spontaneous casting, one of my level 2s. That's, maths, 13 points of damage repaired. I might want to do that again actually, because I did get very low. So I'm also gonna do a Cure Light Wounds.
Okay.
As my level 1 domain spell.
Which side of midnight was this combat?
Just
After
after.
midnight, just after midnight.
Yeah, I know.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right then.
Yeah.
That's those two
Ogvar
spells
had
used
done
up.
with his spell.
I'm not back up to full, but I'm at least.
Well, I'm going to
I'm
use.
not going to be too much trouble.
We heal up a bit when we sleep. The rest of the last.
You might. I'm up now. Right, I'm going to use one of my potions out of my kit.
You sure you don't want to save it? Because I'll get my spells back in the
I've
morning.
got 2. I'm only on 2 Cure Light Wounds. Knock that down to 1. It's a 1d8, isn't it?
1d8 plus
One.
1 per level, isn't it?
So that's 4.
No, it won't be 4 because you're only a first level caster.
Ah, okay, 1. So that's 8.
Okay.
Okay, so that takes me back to 25. And then I'm going to lay on hands to myself.
Always sounds dodgy.
Do it in your own tent.
Doesn't matter how many times you do it, it always sounds dodgy.
Which is 4 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Be a bad night if you were doing it at somebody else's tent.
Right, so now put that in there.
Moving on.
But we will get some points back for if
Half
we manage to
rest.
get 3 hours rest.
Yeah, but I was down to
Oh, yeah.
single digits, and if something wakes us up with him, I'd be in trouble.
I was
I'm
more than
relatively okay.
more than half gone.
I can eat
So-
a plant and get some health back anyway.
Any old plant?
Apparently so, yeah.
Good for you.
Right,
Nice.
I
I'm going to
suppose.
start munching on the tree.
Well, that wasn't much fun, but it's nigh on my time to go and watch, so you might as well get some rest now. What do you think?
Yes,
Yes,
I do agree with that.
I'll take over on the watch. You ladies jump back in your tent and some what's left of it, but never mind.
Well, at least I won't have to get undressed again. Getting a bit nippy out here.
Might be a bit nippy in your tent with that hole. Huh?
Ah, shit.
I'd forgotten about. Well, remembered. Big hole in your tent.
I only remembered.
I'm going to wander over to my tent, look at it, grump, because I'm really not happy that not one
Yeah.
spell landed. I'm going to cast...
Well, I mean, it did land. It landed on your tent.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Mending on my tent, because
Okay.
I'm not having a hole in my bloody tent.
Okie dokie. Right, so you cast Mending on your tent, and you can see that it does start to fix itself. You can almost see it begin to reweave. Bits of thread start dropping back out and almost reweaving themselves. And it's not a great job. You could probably maybe cast another bout of Mending on it at a later point to fix it up a bit better. But you can see where these threads, where you've got this dark green kind of army green canvas of your tent, you can see these new threads they're paler, almost like the colour's been pulled from them as they've re-knitted themselves together. And it will keep, you may have like a damp spot in the corner of your tent now because it's not going to be fully waterproof, but there's enough there to stop most of the wind and weather getting in.
Well, I guess that'll have to do for now. I'm going to crawl. Elora crawls back into her tent.
Yep. Esther, she wipes the mud off her face, she cleans herself up a bit outside, and she just disappears back into her tent. You don't hear a single word from her.
Did she take her boots with her? Or are they still by the fire?
I put them inside a tent.
Oh, you put her in a tent. Yeah, sorry, you
she was
put them
wearing
in.
her boots. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I'll go to bed as well.
Go to bed. Okay, so that leaves Cuin on watch. Okay.
Have fun. Don't wake anything up.
Right, 40%. Big 40% range.
55 to 95.
55 to 95 is good. Roll away.
That's a big window. There's a lot of creatures in this bog.
That's 55 to 95's, I'll get attacked.
No, it's 55 to 95 is good.
Okay.
Oh, is that the other way to what it was before?
No.
No.
I can pick last
I
time.
let you pick last time.
Oh.
70.
Okay. Right. The rest of the night passes by uneventfully. I mean, you roll me a perception check. Not perception, sorry, a spot check, please.
21.
Yeah, okay. So throughout the night, you are on high alert on your shift, just keeping an eye out. I imagine you're probably patrolling between the tents quite often.
Yes.
You're keeping a good watch out, and everyone else gets a decent night's sleep. So let's see who's had a full night's rest. So, Elora, you would have had a full night's rest.
Yep.
Full 8 hours. Esther would have had a full 8 hours, so heal up according. For 3 hours there. 7. I'm going to say that. I don't think anybody else would have had a full night's rest.
No, I reckon the women only.
Yeah. So Esther and Elora can heal up. So
Thank you very much.
fully there.
What gentlemen we are.
Yes. You still get half.
Okay,
To be fair, Esther calmed by a decent night's sleep sounds like a good plan to me.
Yes.
Okay, so the 3 of you do not get any spell slots back.
Okay.
So if you've expended spell slots, you don't get them back.
What about hit points?
Hit points neither,
No.
because you haven't had a full rest.
I don't know, or do I?
You do, because you've had a full 8 hours.
Oh, I've got my... Oh, because I went to bed, yeah.
because
okay,
you've got a full
cool.
8 hours. You've been disturbed through the night, but there was a night, it was a 9-hour watch, 10-hour watch.
Right.
So,
Okay.
you know, between having fight combat, you have those like 2 hours built in.
You'll get no arguments from me.
So, being as pious as I am,
Yep.
when I get woken, I'll still pray, even though they won't come back.
Yep.
Just
Okay.
because it's kind of ingrained in me that every morning when the sun comes up, you get up and pray.
Okay.
It would feel wrong not to.
Okay. So throughout this kind of early hours in the morning, you notice that the light levels, they start to rise. You haven't got sunlight. Again, you've got this thick, dewy fog hanging in the air. So you're starting to notice the light levels rising. The fog's becoming brighter and brighter around you. And at some point, Cadeaux pops his head out and he comes out and starts his prayer. But other than that, it's been a fairly quiet night. You've heard movement, but you haven't heard the same kind of movement that Ogvar heard with things kind of circling around the camp. You've just heard general kind of woodland noises, swamp noises. You've had the noise of frogs, crickets. It's been quite peaceful, actually.
Well, hello. Yeah, nothing's really happened. I've heard a few bits and pieces, but nothing. I think they all sort of came at the same time. So
Well, I'm glad one of us had a quiet watch.
yes, well, you know,
I feel rested after my 3 and a bit hours sleep.
luck of the draw, I suppose.
Yep. I will feel better tomorrow, I'm sure. Right, if you get breakfast on, I'm going to go and have a quick pray and a wash and get myself sorted.
Yes, yeah, good idea. I'll just stoke the fire up a bit and see what goes.
Can I recommend you're reasonably gentle when you wake Esther? She seemed a little grumpy when she went to bed.
Yes, I think we'll wait for Ogvar to get up and make her a cup of coffee before we attempt that.
Yeah, fine idea.
So, water-wise, you've probably not got that much water left again. What time are you all waking up? Esther will probably surface sometime in the middle of everyone else.
I'll wake up fairly short after these guys have.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I suppose with the movement around, I'll wake up as well. I'll get myself dragged out the tent and locate. Rowan, where are you?
Yeah, you see a little black blob come screaming over through the fog clouds.
Oh, hi.
He kind of darts towards you and, kind of flaps around you a bit.
Oh, mate, but I hope you've had a better night than us. Wow. I'll look around and see what's happening because I'm a bit sort of half asleep, really.
Yeah, well,
So you've got these, this kind of, it's a smaller fire now. You've used up quite a lot of the wood throughout the night. So you've got a small fire. Esther's kind of stomping around, sorting herself out. She's looking a lot better. You can see that some of her wounds, it looks like she's healed herself a bit over after she's gone to bed perhaps. And you can see that some of these cuts and bite marks, they're kind of gone now, and she's partially sewn up some of these holes. But she's got her cloak back on, and then she's got the cloak which Elora gave her on, and you can't really see if there's any more kind of damage or whether she's fixed anything up any further than that. So yeah, you all start having rations in the morning.
Well, are we going for rations? Are you a bit past their best, or would you like me to attempt to hunt?
Yeah, it's up to you. I've got the spit, just in case.
How do we feel about you disappearing off in the fog? Everybody happy?
Yes. That's a
Will you
point.
find us again?
Well, my suggestion would be let's just get some coffee and have a nibble on these rations, and then maybe we can spot something we can get along the way.
Okay, no problem.
That's just my idea. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I'll go get my percolator.
I think the sooner we get out of this place, the better.
And it being a new day, do I get one of my strength points back?
Yes, you do.
Hey!
I mean, my rucksack's still going to feel very heavy, but
Right.
I've nearly got half of what I used to have now.
On a scale.
Just,
So you start nibbling on rations, you get coffee on, you're probably going to have to resupply with water.
I can make some.
I'm not keen on these rations, so I'm just going to take half a ration.
Yeah,
Because they're
likewise.
not exactly the most
Yeah.
sort of exciting.
No, they're a bit stale, they're a bit chewy. It's like having a cereal bar which you've left unwrapped in the back of your car for 3 months.
Oh, yummy.
Is this from experience?
No.
Oh, just checking.
Would people like me to make water?
No.
I
Yes, that'd
can make
be-
8 gallons, so that should keep us going. How much can we get in Orland?
You're not putting that in me.
It's your suggestion. I'll have to...
Yeah, actually, Orland, you've been really quiet through all this.
I've got a fine silk lining. You're not getting that wet.
No.
Fair enough. Message received. Okay, water skis out, people, and I shall fill up for you.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yep, cool.
I shall cross that off.
Yeah, so everyone's got fresh drinking water. I would imagine you've probably put some in the percolator as well.
Well,
During the
use whatever
process.
we had.
Yep.
Percolator prior to filling.
Okay, so you have coffee in the morning. You've had a bit of a nibble on some rations. What are you doing for the day?
I suppose we better. I better get the compass out
Yeah,
again.
I think perhaps get
Just-
a clip on. Let's get out of this place. I've had enough of
You
this.
still remember how to use it, Cuin?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay, so do you want to sort out a marching order again?
Well, I'll be first.
Yeah.
I'll go
I've got the stick.
I'll go at the back with
Chuckles.
yeah,
Chuckles, otherwise known as Esther.
yeah, with Esther. Yeah, I was searching for a name there and it just gone.
I'll go somewhere in the middle.
Likewise.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I really have a tickle.
Cadeaux. Right, okay, so Cuin, if you want to make me a survival check, somebody make me a dexterity check, and Ogvar make me
I'll
a
make a dex
spot check.
I'll make the dex. Yeah, God, I wish I
10
hadn't offered. That's
on
a
the
12 all
survival.
in for the dex check.
What was that into the dex?
12 all in.
12.
16 for a spot check from Ogvar.
Okay, and it was a 10. Right, okay. So, you start walking. Cuin, you've pointed the party in a direction.
Is it still difficult terrain?
Yes, it is. It's definitely still. It's a mire. There's kind of
Boggy.
pits and bog, and there's parts where your foot disappears from underneath you. You're not finding it particularly easy to walk today. You've had a long night. It's for 3 of you. You've had an extremely long night with very little rest, and so your pace is kind of it's slower. You're having more difficulty getting through the terrain today. You kind of trip and stumble over this tumpy, rough grass a lot more. But the mist is, again, you can't see more than 10-15 foot out from you. So it's still this really quite thick mist, and you are travelling kind of towards where you want to be. You're not going the most direct route, but you are travelling in the right direction. Okay, so split this down into hours of walking. So first 3 hours of walking. So you've probably got up around, let's say, about 6. You've left camp by 7. So the first 3 hours of walking will take you to 10 o'clock. Somebody pick me a 40% increment.
Let's go 0 to 40.
Okay, so 0 to 40 is good. Okay, yep. First 3 hours pass by with nothing of any note occurring. You maybe start. Everyone, make me a.
Are you still training your bird?
I will do.
Everybody, make me a knowledge check, just a basic knowledge check.
Basic knowledge check.
Unless you've got knowledge nature, in which case you can use
I
that.
do.
When you say basic knowledge...
Just a knowledge.
Right.
So knowledge brackets blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm as thick as a whale sandwich, so I hope somebody's rolled something reasonably well.
16 for Ogvar.
That's a 15 from Elora.
16, 15.
That's a 5 for Cuin.
Oh, I'm not the worst. 6. I got a 6. I'm not as bad as I thought I was.
Okay. So, from the very back of the line, you hear. I don't know if it's just me, but does this mist, this fog, seem kind of strange to you?
When you say strange, Esther, what do you mean? I mean, it's here. It seems to be here every day, from what I can tell.
So, Elora and Ogvar, you would also have this kind of feeling that the fog is ever so slightly odd. As you're travelling, you're travelling through this mist and this fog, and it's almost like your vision as you kind of breathe in, it occasionally swims slightly and things move. Almost. It's like there's a haze, like heat haze, but fog.
I hadn't really looked into it until you just mentioned it. I mean, it looks like fog, but there is something slightly, I don't know, a bit swimmy when you look at it, I suppose.
Yes. It's only when you really look at it that you see it. It's a bit odd.
Yes, no, you mentioned it. I can agree with you, but I must admit I thought he'd put it down to the lack of sleep.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose I wasn't really focusing on it that much, but...
I just thought it was fog.
Yes, it's a bit odd, isn't it? Okay, so you training Murdoch.
We shall, yes. We'll give it.
Okay, make me a handle animal check.
Be an 11.
Okay, you don't make any more progress.
Okay. Fog's too thick.
Yeah, it's a case of maybe you think the fog's too thick and he's not really sure where he's going. And you're telling him go fetch or go back and come back, and he's trying to, but he's not going as far as you want him to. He's not exactly on task.
Okay.
And he keeps on bringing you back small pebbles for some reason. You've got a handful of small pebbles.
Not exactly what I wanted, but
What you got there, Ogvar?
pebbles.
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 Where have you got them?
Pebbles!
We're in the middle of a bog. Where'd you get them from?
Murdoch brought them.
Oh, have you got a sling?
No, I don't.
Well, I was just thinking laterally.
Well,
You should have done with those underpants.
oh yes, that's funny.
But then again, maybe the pebble would have stuck in those, who knows?
I think from the twang, I may have worn the elastic out of them. So,
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything during these 3 hours or after these 3 hours? First 3 hours.
I'm just concentrating on trying to navigate with the stick and looking at the compass.
Yep.
do I pick up any tracks for anything to hunt on the way?
Make me a survival or a tracking check.
I can use my tracking.
Yep.
That will be a 15.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It would be a 15 if it wasn't a nat 1.
Yeah.
You spot your own boot prints as you look round, yeah.
I'm obviously not very good at tracking. It's can't even read the dice.
Yeah, okay. So, as you're starting to look for tracks, it's very boggy ground, so you'd assume that tracks would kind of stay in the ground for quite a period of time because of the nature of it. And as you're looking around, you can see footprints in front of you. You can see Cuin and Cadeaux' footprints in front of you. But as you turn around looking, you can see more footprints, and they appear to be leading off in a different direction.
Okay, so
They're human footprints.
okay, I'll tell the rest of the group. I tried to pick up some animal tracks, but seems the only things I can find are some human prints. But
Human prints?
just like us humans, people.
Here?
Well, it seems most unlikely, I must agree, but maybe we should proceed with a small amount of caution from now on.
If we're here, other people might have been here. They could have been coming from the same place as us.
Well, I know, but surely footprints would have covered over fairly quickly.
Maybe
Here,
Gallimore.
it's boggy, isn't it? Oh, that's a thought.
Orland, have you ever been here around this area before?
Could have done. I don't know.
Well, I wonder if they're Esther's nephews.
Florent?
Florent, yes.
No. Well, we didn't go in. We only went down the road.
Okay. Right.
I worry that following them would be a bit of a wild goose chase.
Well, I think we just need to get back to Janelle. I mean, whoever this is, good luck to him if it's one set of boot prints.
Yeah. I mean, Gallo disappeared before we were with the snake, so...
Well, we did. It's possible. Maybe
So he
Gallo
might-
came out and he got lost. I
yeah,
don't know.
or he's still in the lighthouse. But either way, you'd hope he'd be heading in the same direction as us.
Well, we turned around and he'd gone. Do you think he's done a runner?
Well, it's possible, but we could walk around this mile for days looking for him in this fog. I think we have to make the assumption that he'd make the sensible choice and he'd head for the nearest gentleman's outfitters, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Wherever that might be. Ah, well, I think we should just carry on, personally.
Yes. Well, okay.
Okay,
Forward.
rations it is for the rest of the day.
The dogs of death were defeated, and the party ended the engagement in varying states of disarray. Elora ended up with the tent holier than Cadeau's casting focus, therefore a moment of minor mending was her evening's biggest achievement. With Esther smothered in mud and her wardrobe slightly the worse for wear, she and her companions finally surrendered to slumber.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.